Hi guys, for today's reading we are going to be looking at what makes you so beautiful. We have 3 piles today. 1, 2, 3. Take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher self and pick the pile that you feel most drawn to. And if you guys enjoy this reading, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a timestamp or a donation, hit that little super thanks button. Things like that really help me out, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you who takes the time and puts in the effort to give back for what I give out here regularly. It really helps me so much. You have no idea. The donations and purchases make up the majority of the money I make. YouTube doesn't pay a whole lot anymore to the people who put videos on here. They keep most of it for themselves, I'm pretty sure. Just saying. So really, that's why I appreciate that so much. But I don't just appreciate that either. I appreciate the likes and the shares and the comments and the subscribes. I really do enjoy talking to you guys and conversing with you guys and letting you guys know that you are not alone. At some point, I'm sure that the comments are going to be very heavy and there's going to be a lot of them. So there may be points where I end up missing some. Haven't really yet. Well, there's some that were from like way long ago that I all of a sudden found that YouTube never told me about, which is weird. But I think it was also for a reason, because I feel very drawn not to click on any of them or answer them. So anyway, once again, thank you for that. And thank you to our guides as well for being here to help with this message, to facilitate and bringing it to you when you need to hear it, and helping you to accept and acknowledge the beauty of your fucking soul in this reading, because that is what I'm trying to achieve. I hope you guys enjoy it. See you in your pile. Pile 1, for you guys. Let's see what makes you so beautiful. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You could actually end up with the really cute, adorable type of person that constantly has a crush on you. You could end up with 2 different types. That cute, adorable, more feminine kind of energy going on, very childlike, whether it's a woman or a man that you're getting into relationships with and stuff. You could have 2 main types. That more feminine version and this more super masculine, peacocking, bragging, Mr. Big Shot, running around town, running your mouth a lot. Better you learn. If you play with fire, then you're gonna get burned. Too proud, yeah. I've had my moments of that. Well, actually, I had my moments of that years ago. More recently, there was a lot of things that I exposed, and I exposed those things because those things were abuse towards me. And you should be exposing things that are abuse towards you. Nothing wrong with that. Might not want to judge it too much because you never know what you might have to experience to be humbled in certain situations. So just remember to keep an open mind. Anyway, sorry about that. Those would be the main 2 types of people that are attracted to you quite regularly. Some of you might actually even have both sexes attracted to you. Some of you who chose this pile might even be bisexual. You could have curly hair too. If you have curly hair, or if you put a lot of time and effort into your hair is something that is very beautiful about you. You may have very long hair, Some of you could even have a perm in your hair. Darlene style, kind of, from Roseanne. What makes you so beautiful? The type of swimwear you choose to wear could be something that really stands out to people. Maybe how unashamed you are of your body and how you are okay with showing it. You feel confident in your skin. You feel safe in who you are. So you may not have had any kind of sexual violence in your past, or you had to overcome a lot of it to get there, which is also something that adds to your beauty if that's the case. Your heart. Your heart is absolutely beautiful. You may be very silly, playful, fun, joyful. When you laugh, it makes people happy. Laughter is the best thing in the world for your heart. Your brain can be something that is also extremely beautiful. The way your mind works, the way you see things so differently from others. You might be able to take a completely distorted image and see so many different things in it that other people miss. People may really have a people do have a tendency a lot of times to look at the surface. You look deeper. So some of you could actually have like a diabetes or something and you got to shoot insulin. I have a friend that has that and has to shoot insulin. Somebody could also be shooting up, or maybe you did in the past. Maybe you used to be somebody who shot up, and regardless of the scars of the past, you're willing to show your skin still. And it could even be, I'm pretty sure that even insulin leaves like leftover marks at times. Plus I think you get varicose veins easier or things like that. You really are very unashamed of your body and your nakedness. You're not looking to please anybody with it. You're just looking to wear something that you enjoy wearing. And if people don't want to look at it, they don't got to look at it. A new life. Maybe some of you came back from the dead in some sort of way. Woke up. Or maybe some of you pulled a mask off. You've decided that you want to open up and pull a mask off. And maybe you even have decided that you're in love. You could be very beautiful when you're in love, even if you haven't decided that. When you're kissing, you're very beautiful when you're kissing. Somebody really enjoys kissing you, holding you, cuddling you, loving you. Somebody thinks that you would make beautiful babies, or you already did make beautiful babies with them. Some of you, it may have even been twins that you made with them. This chance at a new beautiful life, take it. A gift of value comes to you now. Don't let appearances deceive you. Love. The fact that you guys are willing to look underneath the surface. You guys are definitely beautiful. It's so nice to know that energy is something that is present other places in this world, guys. Thank you for being here. I am so glad you found this channel. We are not alone, guys. You're not going to judge a book by its cover. You want to open it up and you want to read what's inside. And even when you see what's inside, that shadow that's underneath there, you don't want to hate it and destroy it even more than it already has been. You want to embrace it and bring it to the light and tell it that it's okay, that it has made mistakes before. And if it wants to be doing something different today, it can. You help people to level up with your love and your kindness, your care. your genuine feelings and emotion. There might have actually been some good-looking people who thought that you just wanted them for their looks, or you just wanted them for their money, or whatever the case may be. Because, you know, they're sitting there with their looks and they're sitting there with their money, and now they're questioning, what is it that you fucking want from them? I've been having a little bit of difficulty with it myself recently, because there's been a lot of people who have only came into my life to use me and take what they could get from me and shit on me on their way out the door. I'm sure you've probably dealt with a fair amount of that yourself. But the current partner you have, or a new partner you're going to be coming into union with, people are saying, holy fuck, we were so wrong. We prejudged you. We should have known better. Because this person may not be the most attractive person. They may not be the wealthiest person. In fact, this person could be somebody that is kind of down on their luck and hurting really bad and in a dark place in ways, right along with you. From some of the things that have happened in their past, you guys are definitely mirroring in this. And if it hasn't shown up yet, it's a gift of love. Fucking appreciate that. And don't let it slip away from you because of the past trauma and scars. Leave it alone, bury the dead, bury the dead. So if you're able to survive and still you find yourself alone, you will begin to realize that you are stronger on your own. Yeah. You have learned that you are stronger on your own from a lot of these experiences that you had to go through with these people. And the biggest reason these people treated you in the ways that they did is because they just thought that you were like everybody else and you were there to take something from them. And they didn't want you to take from them. They had been taken from too many times. But in the meantime, they're busy taking from everybody but not giving back. They're in that same energy that they thought that you were in. And you might be having some issues concerning feeling that way about somebody in the near future. So make sure that you lean into peace and faith, trust and love. And not into these fears, not into these doubts, not into the pain and the hurt and the despair. Tonight is the night that two become one. Clown games. There could even be a lot of games going on. I feel like you handle situations like that very differently than a lot of people. Strange. Very mysterious. Transformative. Transformational. I feel like you bring transformations to people's life. You bring death to people's lives so that they can have new life. You may have used to have hated yourself for this because there may have been a lot of people who hated what happened in their life when you came into it, and you saw what happened to everybody's life when you came into it, and everybody felt like it was you doing it. But it wasn't you. It was time for a change in their life. And if they didn't start making those changes while they were dealing with you and going forward, then life continually pushed them and pushed them and pushed them until it made them make those changes, which I need to get my RV out of here. I don't know anybody with a truck and a tow strap, though, to help me move it. These guys are awful. That's the way it is sometimes. Especially when you give everybody a chance. Doesn't mean they get to stick around, but, you know, that hope and that belief does some amazing things sometimes, some strange things sometimes. You might actually even, Doctor Strange is coming to mind now too. Ugh. There could actually be somebody who is very obsessed with you in some sort of way. Might even have some really cringy, nasty things going on. Don't go to the mountains with them. But I also feel like that might be part of what this death and new life is here. Maybe something happened to where this person is no longer going to be able to come after you in whatever way because they are gone out of the picture now, done. Or this person has transformed because of the genuinely good person that you are. I'm leaning towards the first one on this particular one. But yes, you are definitely somebody that is queen or king material. You are royalty. You are absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. Amazing. You are powerful, strong, confident. You lead with authority. And you make the best possible decisions for everyone involved in a situation. You support your spouse or partner. You love them, you care for them, you provide for them, and you expect reciprocation so that you both are giving to a situation. And something else that could make you even more beautiful is the fact that you've been able to bring a dead situation back to life as well in some sort of way. Five of Swords, Two of Cups, Seven of Swords. Cast that energy out. That fear and that doubt energy. Get rid of it. What is beautiful about you? Regardless of how many people want to hate, be bitter, be jealous, the people that want to compete with you, or the people that want to compete with your partner, your focus is only on them. Your focus is on them. It's on your work. It's on your learning. It's on your studies. It's on your, maybe you're writing something. Might be writing a book. Some of you that could be what this is as well. It could be that you are writing a book currently, or writing a movie script currently that has something to do with what I was describing earlier. You could have dealt with a lot of lies, a lot of betrayals from people, but you also know the reason that they were sneaky in that way was because they were ashamed of who they were, and they didn't feel like they could take that mask off and show you who they were. So they had to do something in order to make sure that you were still there. And that meant putting on that mask because they needed you in that moment. So they had to be someone else in order to get the assistance that they needed in some way. Wow. You've definitely dealt with a lot of, I feel like it's been very hard for you throughout a lot of your life to make a whole lot of friendships or connections. So that partnership with your person is something that's very valuable to you. You treasure it very much. That is somebody very important to you, because to you, a partnership like that is best friends. A partnership like that is fun and laughter and loving and romantic dinners or dates. It's the person you can't wait to talk to when you wake up in the morning, and you can't wait to cuddle before bed at night. You're somebody who's quite capable of bringing strong peace and harmony to arguments and conflicts as well. Wash away your burdens and be without malice. Let go of any kind of vengeful, spiteful, hateful feelings that might be creeping up inside of you. Some of you might actually even have to dispel this energy, to make people see what they're doing, why they're doing it, and you might be able to help them release it, to wash it away. Okay, Demons by Jacob Lee. I've thought of it twice now. You took... Oh, hold on. My demons almost defeated me, but you took her. I thought I had my own demons almost defeated, but you took their side and you pulled them to freedom. That's... Listen to that song 1,000 times, and I sing it so well when it's on, but yeah, I was having some issues with that. Somebody definitely... You may be crying. Somebody may be crying right now. A lot. You have helped people see the beauty in themselves, and that's why you are so beautiful. Because you are a reflection of what you make them see inside themselves. And yes, you do see all the shadow. But you see the beauty too. And the why. You understand it. You're a very empathetic person. Very intuitive, loving, nurturing, calm, caring, kind teacher. You have a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge, a lot of understanding. But you are also somebody that if the need arises, you will defend yourself. And that bite is very poisonous, venomous. It can hurt a lot. Some of you may have some very sharp words to say at times to people that can hurt a lot. And it could just be that you're like, finally, fuck it. All this fucking shit that's coming my way is going right back to you today. It's not coming here anymore. Get out of here. Go back to the person who sent you. Because I am done with this energy. If you can't handle it, you shouldn't have sent it this way. Because it's coming back on you this time. Other times, you might transmute that energy and put it towards the healing of the earth. Or transmute that energy and put it towards the healing of those that you love around you. Even this person. Or you might transmute that energy and put it towards building and the goals that you got going on, or your creativity and your passion, whatever it is. You cleanse and you bring healing and peace to people. That's why you are so beautiful. You hold a wealth of beauty inside of you, a rainbow, a kaleidoscope of color. You are something that most people have never seen in their life. And you are so protected. This beauty inside of you is so protected. There are people that you don't even know about. People whose lives you've made a difference in. Who would die for you. But you may not know that because you may not have any actual friends. You may just have those short-term connections that come in for a minute and are gone. The life of a healer, right? A lot of us healers, that's what we are. We are the hope in the dark times. We are the star in the night sky. I had lights come in throughout my darkness, throughout my years when I was younger. And that was definitely always one of the things I wanted to be able to do for others, was be able to be that light. And you are that light. So, be fucking amazed with you. Humble too, but still in awe, because you're a fucking beautiful creature. Maybe not one of a kind, because none of us are completely alone like that. There's more than one person watching this pile. Reach out to each other. Find your soul tribes. This is where they're at. So, sometimes. Thank you guys for watching today. I really appreciate you. And also thank you guys for any of the stuff you do to support my channel, for the comments that you leave and the interactions you have with each other, because I absolutely love it. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, leaving timestamps, hitting the super thanks button, leaving me donations or purchasing services, and you can find all the information for all of that in my description box below. I really do appreciate you, because you have no idea how much that helps me in my life. And it gives back to me for what I'm here giving. So I really appreciate it. And that's whatever way you do it in. Also, thank you to our guides as well for helping us to facilitate this message and helping it to reach you today when you needed to see it, and you to hear it in the way you needed to hear it, to be able to boost your vibrations and make you feel good. I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 2, for you guys. What makes you so beautiful? Which way now? You may be somebody who looks back on the past to understand things before making a decision moving forward. You could also be somebody who likes to really check out all the options around you before making a decision. You might like to have all the information. And if you're a woman, men find this extremely appealing about you. If you're a man, you know, they might find it appealing about you, but there may be some of them as well who find it kind of annoying. If it takes too long, or if you never make a decision because you are so in between what's going on. Sometimes the opposite sex might find it a little annoying. I got your back, you got mine. You may be somebody who has many different appearances at times. Some of you could be like shapeshifters. You may be actors or actresses. You may be somebody who wears disguises in some sort of way. Maybe you just like dressing up. Maybe you like going to like Comic-Con or role-playing or things like that. You may be very fun and adventurous when it comes to the bedroom as well. We have a graveyard here. This is like an old graveyard, though, that's not like fenced in some city and it's perfect little beautiful manicured lawn. It's like out in the middle of nowhere in the hills with water near it. Which way now? Not gonna drown in the water, 'cause the good Lord ain't bringing me home. Some of you guys are very confident in your purpose. Some of you guys know that you are meant to be here for a while yet, and that you have some things to take care of. Oh. So you might have a hard time seeing at night. I don't know why that. When you're in the darkness, you may have a hard time holding on to that hope, and some people can find that kind of beautiful. People may find your moodiness or your solemnness or your sadness, your loneliness, your despair to be something beautiful. The amount of emotions you have, the depth of emotions that you have when you're in darkness. You may attract a lot of people who are emotionally unavailable in some sort of way because they are in awe of the beauty of your emotions, and some of them may really not like it, and some of them may like it a bit more. Stand your ground on that. Let people know, no, my heart isn't a problem. My heart's fucking amazing. Yeah, there are pros and cons about having such a big one and allowing my emotions to be such a big part of my life. That's what most of it is. We don't have different size hearts. We choose different amounts of how much it's going to be in our life. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can show you the world. Take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under on a magic carpet ride. A whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes. A new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. I could have a whole new world with you if only you'd let me. You are definitely somebody that inspires people to believe that there is a different way to do things and a different life that they could have. that they could accomplish their goals, ribbon cutting ceremony. It's only meant for you. This path seems crazy, but you know what is real. Take your path. As unique as your fingerprint, it is real. So it is time to take this path, and you know it is. And you are confident in it. You're not going to let anybody manipulate you. You're not going to let anybody control you. You're not going to let anybody start getting you into that overthinking energy of, oh my God, maybe I'm making a mistake and this isn't the right way, and what am I supposed to do? No, you know your way through this little graveyard in the dark here very well, like the back of your hand, because you've seen it lit up. You've seen it lit up, and you know what's in it. And you have faith. Your faith shines bright. You are very balanced between your masculine and your feminine energy. You're very intuitive, knowing, sweet, sensual, kind, flowing, loving, cuddly, soft, yielding, bending, and then hard, firm, action-oriented. Let's get this done, and let's get it done now, because this needs to get done now. This should have been done yesterday. When you're, when you're going through those trials and tribulations, though, you may not get nearly as much done. At night, we sleep, right? At night, we take a rest, right? In the winter, we retreat, and we allow ourselves time and space away from the world to retreat, to replenish, to nourish, to take care of. And then when we get ourselves together and feeling good, and it's springtime, it's ready to get out there and get going again and move forward. You know when to act and when to patiently wait. People definitely find that to be amazingly beautiful about you. Your movements and how they can be starkly different at times depending on what's going on, what the situation is, how you see things, or whether or not it's night and day, or night or day to day. You may be very night and day yourself. You may be very different. DID, bipolar. Two-Face, Jake Daniels. You are not afraid to admit that you have a shadow too. You're not afraid to shine a light on it and let people know what it is, so it isn't just hidden in a box in the closet and they're waiting for it to come out at any moment. You're like, nah, this is what my shadow is, dude. Here he is. This is my pal. He's chilling with us now, not being buried somewhere, so, he's not going to pop up out of nowhere and come get us. As weird as that sounds, I don't know. Lovers, you're very free. A very free spirit, a very free soul. You're going to do things your way, whether people like it or not. You don't care what people want you to do. You don't care what they think is bad or evil or taboo. You are going to experience it for yourself before judging it, for one thing. Because you want to be able to see it clearly, know it clearly, understand it clearly. You are also somebody who can see when a temptation is in front of you that you should not indulge in. You may be very good at moderating how often you indulge in things. Some of you could definitely have dealt with codependency in some form or another in the past. You may have even cut ties with it at this point. Some of you might actually be cutting ties to something to do with a recovery center of some sort. You may be opening something along those lines. You might have even been somebody who actually brought more community to a place like that, or more camaraderie, laughter, joy, happiness, fun. You could make people feel like human again when people haven't looked at them as human in such a long time. Even when they're in this energy, you might actually acknowledge them as something that is amazing and beautiful, even if they have things that they need to work on. No one's perfect, and everyone has certain things they're working on. So you take the high road and you try not to judge too harshly when it comes to other people. You're very happy, positive. You really inspire people to believe in themselves and the world around them, to believe they can do big things or have big things, to believe they can be free and live their lives free of the strictures or the regulations or the labels or whatever it is, that they can free themselves from the chains and the ties that bind them by being able to see them clearly, identify them clearly, and being able to heal the reason for why they feel they need this specific item or this specific person or this specific whatever addiction it may be or overindulgence it may be, why they need it. And they feel like it's something they have to have. And remind them that they have the power to decide, I don't need this. This isn't for me and it's not something I want anymore. And I can turn that around. You may have also just decided to move, just decided to free yourself from some sort of toxic situation, or you may be exposing a toxic situation currently as well, shining a light on things for some of you. You may actually be somebody who's like, you want to treat me that way, you want to abuse me in that manner, and then you want to go around town and tell everybody in town that I abused you, or you want to go around town acting like the hurt little victim, or laughing and saying, yeah, I got that one good, whatever the case may be. I feel like you have a tendency to expose those people at times, to shine a light on them, to stand up and face them. And I feel like you do it to their face too. You're not going to go around stabbing them in the back when they can't see you in the dark. You're going to do it right there where they can see you. Although you may not show your full hands all the time either. You may not let them know that you know what's going on when they're doing those things either. Wow, people really do. There is somebody who actually really loves that energy and really loves your fiery, passionate energy. So you could be somebody who has very violent emotions at times too. The moon controls the tides. And when it's a full moon, things can get crazy sometimes. So you may be somebody who has very strong emotions, very passionate, fiery, vibrant. You may be somebody who ends up getting into squabbles or fights on a regular basis or something along those lines. You may actually be somebody who really relishes doing things like that. You may be somebody who likes to show off your skills or your talents. You may be somebody who looks very beautiful from the outside as well. You may be very stylish or artistic or creative. And you're very passionate about whatever it is that you do create, if that's the case. You're able to let go of the old. You're able to let go of the things. Like, say somebody's breadcrumbing and ghosting you. You're like, nope, not here for this. Goodbye. You're not going to get stuck on it. Not anymore. You may even be letting go of some of the other old things, habits, beliefs that have been around for a very long time. You might have quit drinking. You might have quit overeating. You might have stopped using specific drugs, pharmaceutical or otherwise, that maybe you had started diving into too deeply and then realized, wait a second, I don't want to be living in this. I got to pull myself out of this. You are definitely very self-reliant as well. You're very free and independent, and you expect to remain that way, even if you're in a partnership. And you want your partner to be free and independent and allow you to be free and independent. You are somebody who wants a trusting, loving, caring connection where both parties respect each other and treat each other as a human being who is an equal. And that is something that is so amazingly beautiful about you, especially since you are able to speak about this. You are able to let people know what your desires are, what your wants are, what your needs are. You may also be very honest about your intuition, what you feel and what you know to be true, and your emotions. You show your emotions. And not just those fiery, sexy, feisty, playful energies. When we have a lot of emotions, and the anger energies, when we have a lot of emotions, we have a lot of emotions. And you definitely show that vulnerable, soft, beautiful side of yourself as well. You're able to cry, and you're able to be okay with it. And you're able to be around somebody who's crying and be okay with it. You're not going to tell them that they're weak. You're not going to tell them that they're a pussy or a bitch. You're not going to tell them that they are a loser. You're not going to tell them, what are you going to cry about it? I actually had somebody say that to me at one point over the last couple of years. Somebody that was picking on someone else one night when this someone else was drunk, and he was calling somebody and he was crying because he was really upset about what was going on. That guy started getting in there and bullying him a fair amount. And you know what? Boy, it had been a long time since I didn't step in on something like that. I stepped in the very next time. And I apologized to that guy recently because I should have stepped in that time. That's not okay. And he should have felt like the people around him didn't think it was okay either. He was very hurt that night. Elephant and the golden egg. You have a very good memory. You may be able to find things very quickly and easily. Very strong, stable, sturdy. You may like to do things by the book. You may like to really figure out the best way to do something and then take action on it. You're very grounded in your passion. You have a lot of passion, but it's a very grounded energy and it's very directly driven. It's not just spreading everywhere, leaving wildfire in its wake like a fire tornado or something. It is a beautifully lit tiki lamp or something, you know, to light the way and to be able to continually burn instead of burning hot and fast. And a lot of times when you burn hot and fast, you kind of destroy everything around you. So, you are also somebody who has a lot of golden opportunities. You're very abundant. You are the golden egg. You are what a lot of people want. You are very sought after. You are seen as very beautiful, very different, very exotic. Something you don't see every day. And something that brings a lot of abundance, fertility, and amazingly beautiful growth into people's lives. Everything you touch is golden. And people may just want you to touch them, so they're golden. Everything we do is golden. There's a song that has lyrics that are kind of like that. Golden, yeah, we're golden. Something like that. So anyway, that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you guys have to say about it, whether or not it resonates, what you might got going on, things like that. I really do love hearing from you guys, and I love you guys being able to communicate to each other down in the comments too. Helps us to feel like, hey, whoa, we have people like us out there. Soul Tribe. Yeah, what up? And thank you guys as well for liking, sharing, subscribing. Anybody hitting that super thanks or leaving a timestamp. Anybody making purchases or leaving donations. I truly appreciate you guys so much. You have no idea how much I appreciate you. Feeling so very grateful lately. So thank you for that. And thank you so much to our guides as well for being here to help direct me in these messages and to help you find them when you need to see them and hear what you need to hear from them. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 3. So pile 3 for you guys. We definitely got some villain energy in this pile. Scar is coming to mind. The hyenas. Don't take any offense by that. You guys could definitely have went through a lot of trauma, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain throughout your life. And some of you could definitely have gone into those energies and became the monster who hurt you for a bit. But you didn't want to live there. You're going to pack up and move. What makes you beautiful? The way you move. I like the way you move. Down, down, down. I like the way. I like the way. I like the way you move. Down, down, down. You're very unique. Very beautiful. Amazing for your differences. People love your differences. How... Boy, that guy's been around a lot lately. Anyway, people may be drawn to you like a bee to honey, a hummingbird to nectar, or a butterfly to flowers. You may have a lot of butterflies that land on you or near you or just kind of flutter around your head. There could be somebody on the other side that is bringing you messages through those butterflies, possibly a stepmom or a dad, maybe even a father-in-law. Your simplicity is something that makes you very beautiful as well. Share your pain, share your story. You are somebody who does not hide what you have went through. You don't hide the caterpillar in the cocoon stage. You don't hide the caterpillar stage. You know very well where you came from. You are humble enough to know your roots and to know who you were at one point in time in your life, but also who you want to be or wanted to be. And you may be making these changes now to no longer be the villain, and it may be something that you have overcome in the past. Either way, you are sharing the wisdom that you have learned on your journey with others. You share your pain, you share your story, and you help others feel comfortable in sharing their story and sharing their pain. You could be very antisocial in some sort of way. You could deal with a lot of paranoia. And you know what? It's not paranoia if you're right. Some of you may be right about a lot of things. But there could be times, because of the past pain, hurt, and conflict you've gone through, that you may suffer with some pretty severe CPTSD. Some of you could definitely be using shrooms or marijuana as a way to help for anxiety, depression, CPTSD, even just regular PTSD, maybe even some other mood disorders. Some of you might actually have antisocial personality disorder as well. You are unique. You're intuitive. You are very introverted. You can face people and you can go out there and you can talk to them and you can interact with them. But you need your own space and you need your own place, and you don't like people showing up at all hours of the day and night without a heads up. You like to know what's going on and when, so you can be ready to deal with people, so you don't have to constantly guess and wonder when people are going to come invade your space. Maybe very protective over your sacred space, over your alone time. You are definitely somebody who is moving onward and upward. You have finally decided that it's time to fly. Some of you could have decided it's time to move away from city life and go have some country life for a while. Or you could have went from country life to city life. Some of you very dramatically shifted or changed or altered your appearance recently or at some point in your past. And people could have found this transformation to be something fucking beautiful. You could have done this several times as well. Somebody could find it extremely beautiful if you are worried about someone, if you're worried about them being in another connection or fretting over it in some sort of way, they may find the fact that you're a little bit worried about it not as a weakness. I don't feel like you have any jealousy over it. You're just a little bit like, what if they choose them? And not like in a self-depreciating way. Maybe it is, but they find it very beautiful that you see that this other person is beautiful too. And that they have the choice. I feel they think that you would be somebody who would tell them to go where their heart tells them to go. And that you would be okay with it. Even if it hurt. You would take care of yourself. You would take care of the pain. But at the end of the day, you want them to be with who makes their heart sing and what makes them feel happy. And if it's not here with you, you don't want them to wear the mask to try to make it fit. So you're somebody who wants to get to know people very deeply, and you really share yourself with them and become very intimate. I feel like they've become more intimate with you than they have with a lot of people in this world. You've spent more time in their alone time than anybody has. And maybe they feel very comfortable with you in their alone time most of the time. Although, if there's been any kind of deceit or anything like that, it can cause a lot of questioning for you and for them. And this questioning and paranoia energy, you guys might be mirroring it a little bit back and forth to each other. They find all of this beautiful. They find your wrinkles beautiful. They find your tired eyes beautiful. If you have an eating disorder of some kind where you might only weigh like 98 pounds to 110 pounds. They feel so sad when they see it. They may spend a lot of extra time running their hands across your body and over the bones, trying to make you feel like you are beautiful, because they do see you as beautiful, but it's like the most painful beautiful there is. Because it hurts them so much to see you feel like you have to tear yourself apart in some way, or you have to starve yourself, or you have to be awake all the time so you can be aware of everything going on at every second of every day because of the pain you've gone through. They find all of this beautiful, and they find it amazingly beautiful that you chose to share your story with them. Some of them may even feel like you should write a book, or you should, make a movie skit, or you should make some YouTube videos about the things you've gone through and what you've learned from them. What you appreciate about natural medicine and herbal medicine. Not the man-made ones, whether it's pharmaceutical or otherwise. Not those ones, but I feel like you have really dedicated yourself to being and dealing with things in a more natural way than you used to. You also could have overworked yourself into the ground in the past, and you may have learned how to overcome some of that too, and to be okay just being you. You don't have to have everything. You don't have to constantly be doing everything. You can just chill, and you're okay doing that too. You could be moving right now too. You might actually be moving houses, or you may be maybe you're gonna help somebody else move. You may be somebody who's the first to lend a hand when it comes to things like that. Maybe you did help somebody do that at one point. Some of you might actually have given a very big gift to somebody. The gift of being able to move into a new space or find that peace, because you know how it feels to be stuck in front of everybody's view and how nerve-wracking it can be to be on public display all the time and not be able to just lock yourself away in your dark tower where nobody can reach you. Stephen King's Dark Tower just came to mind too. You're beautiful. And even if, because this person may actually, you know, you might be hoping for something more with them. It may happen, may not. But it doesn't matter, because you know that this person truly was your friend. And you want to let them know that even if they fucked up in the past, or even if you fucked up in the past, even if you made mistakes in the past, even if you hurt them in the past, you want to do right now. You want to let bygones be bygones. You want to make a truce, and you want to let them know how much they meant to you in your life. Being able to come out of the pride and being able to come out of the ego, being able to clean yourself up too. I feel like you've really cleaned yourself up. You're feeling good, looking good. But even when you weren't, people just, you're beautiful. Your pain was beautiful. Your scars. The scars to my beautiful. The scars to your beautiful. The Fool. The Seven of Cups. The King of Swords. People find the amount of options that you have to be extremely attractive. Also, the fact that you have a lot of intelligent options looking your way. They really like the fact that you have a lot of intelligent options looking your way. People may find it beautiful that you're about ready to take a leap of faith towards an option. And this could be a same-sex situation for some of you as well. That you are ready to cast aside whatever old world beliefs or systems that have held you back your whole life and caused you to be in an energy you do not ever want to be in again. You're ready to get rid of that. You're ready to see that you can be anything you want and do anything you want and go anywhere you want. And it's okay. It's okay for you to like who you like. If it's okay for everybody else to decide, oh, I only like skinny women, or oh, I only like muscly guys, or oh, I only like tanned blondes, or I only like younger women, or I only like older men. If it's okay for all of that, then it's okay for you to go, oh, I enjoy same-sex relationships. That is perfectly fine to enjoy, to have, and to be able to wrap your mind around, and speak about. You are also maybe even taking a leap of faith to speak the truth about illusions that somebody may have been setting out there, illusions somebody may have been causing, or maybe even somebody was not honest about all the options that they had. Maybe they were dipping in their hand. Maybe you were dipping your hands in all of these options, or maybe they were, or whatever. It was you. If that part resonates, it was you. You may have been dipping your fingers in all of these options. They find it beautiful that you know that you have so many options and that you're going to explore them a bit before you just decide to dive into one. That you decided to make the choice that you felt like was best for you logically in the long run, but also with your heart. That you're intelligent enough to be able to work through your emotions, and maybe you are intelligent enough to pick up on the emotions of others and help them work through them too. You may be a very good communicator. You may be very logical, very strong. You may be a leader. You could definitely be somebody who's in charge. You could be a boss. You're very shocking with who you are, and the communication that you bring to the table is very shocking at times. You may transform a lot of things through that communication. You're somebody who's able to stay strong, even when there's spiritual warfare coming your way, even when there's a lot of illusions in front of you, even when you're unsure of the direction or what's going on or where you want to go. You're able to stay very strong, grounded, solid. You're able to trust and believe in your magic. You're able to trust and believe and have faith in your power, your leadership abilities, your skills, the knowledge that you have hoarded over the centuries. Your playful, bubbly, lighthearted energy, the competitive energy that surrounds you. There may be a lot of fights, arguments, jealousy, competitiveness around you on a regular basis, because a lot of people may really want to be around that beautiful, bright, bubbly, playful, joyful energy. Maybe this energy counteracts their more serious one too. Or it could be that you have the more serious energy, and the way that you respond to that lighthearted energy is something that really they find to be beautiful. You're very strong, stable, solid. Once again, you are somebody who also likes to take time away to rest before addressing a problem, and also to nourish yourself, care for yourself, and build your strength so you can face things head on in this leadership role that you have. So you make sure to take care of yourself so that you can get up and take care of the responsibilities that you have, because you have a lot of power in whatever position it is that you are in, where a lot of people look up to you. And so you got to make sure to keep yourself in the best condition so that you can make sure to be very responsible with the power that you have. There may actually even be some people in law enforcement in this pile. Forest Servicery too. There may be somebody in Forest Servicery here watching. Could definitely be villains in this pile. Controlling, manipulative, possessive, overly critical, overly analytical. Rape, catching people off guard. Being able to sniff out your sense of smell, or the way that you're able to sniff out things in certain situations, is also something that they find to be very beautiful. And the fact that you know exactly when it's time to come back out of your reverie, or back out of your hermitude, or back out of your, vacation. You might go on a vacation and you know exactly when to come back from it. You just happen to pop up at the right times too. Could be something that people find to be very beautiful and synchronistic. So that is what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear from you in the comments below, whether or not it resonated, what you might be going through, all those kind of good things. And thank you guys so much for leaving those comments, as well as anybody who likes, shares, comments, or subscribes. I said comments again. Oops. Thank you guys for that. I really appreciate you so much. It means the world. It means the world to me. And it makes a very big impact in my life. And people in this pile have a lot of nerves and anxiety too. And people could find that to be cute. Especially if they start stuttering at times. So, it was on 44 when we started this pile too. Maybe even that you are willing to drop everything and build a whole new world. Anyway, thank you for those of you who support me in the ways you do. Giving back for what I give is amazing. I cherish you. I value you. If you leave timestamps or hit that super thanks button, anybody who's leaving donations or purchasing services, thank you so much. Thank you to our guides as well for helping you to find this message when you needed it, hear what you needed, and helping me to express it in a way that you needed to hear it as well. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys.